Think about the last time you sat down to tackle a truly important, high-leverage project. How long did it take before you checked your email, glanced at a notification, or decided you needed a fresh cup of coffee? 5 minutes? 2 minutes? The frustrating truth is, most of us feel like our brains have been hardwired to crave distraction. We have the intelligence, we have the drive, but we've lost the ability to focus. Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into one of the most powerful and timely books on productivity and focus, Deep Work: Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World by Cal Newport. This book hasn't just become a modern classic, it's a manifesto for how to thrive in the 21st century economy. Newport, a tenured computer science professor at Georgetown, argues that our current professional and personal lives are defined by a singular, immense challenge: distraction. In a world of constant notifications, always open inboxes, and endless social media feeds, the capacity for deep work, defined as focused, distraction-free concentration that pushes your cognitive capabilities to their limit, is rapidly becoming a superpower. Newport makes a bold promise. The ability to execute deep work is what separates successful people and high achievers from the averages. It is the key to mastering difficult things quickly and producing elite-level results. The modern economy rewards two core capabilities: the ability to quickly master hard things, the ability to produce at an elite level, both in quality and speed. Both of these abilities, Newport demonstrates, are directly reliant on your capacity for deep work. You cannot master a complex skill while constantly context switching, and you cannot produce elite results if your time is shredded into shallow, unproductive fragments. In the next 15 minutes, I'll take you through the 6 powerful principles from Deep Work that will help you sharpen your focus, eliminate the clutter, and achieve dramatically more in significantly less time. Stay with me until the very end, because I'll share one simple, practical strategy you can start using tonight, an easy but effective way to begin training your brain to reject distraction and embrace focus. And hey, before we dive in, tell me in the comments, what single thing distracts you the most when you're trying to work? Is it email? Your phone? That tempting browser tab? I'd love to hear your thoughts and reply to as many as I can. Lesson 1. Deep work is valuable. In today's economy, deep work is not just a nice-to-have skill, it's an economic imperative. Newport observes that the majority of people spend their professional lives in shallow work, tasks that are administrative, logistical, and non-cognitive. Think checking emails, attending unnecessary meetings, scheduling appointments, or scrolling through endless feeds of information. Shallow work is easy to understand, easy to complete, and crucially, easy to replicate or automate. This means, by definition, it is less valuable in the marketplace. Deep work, on the other hand, is the engine of innovation and creation. It produces results that are rare, meaningful, and difficult to copy. This kind of work is what generates patentable ideas, complex strategies, groundbreaking code, or beautifully crafted art. Because the output of deep work is scarce and difficult to reproduce, the people who can consistently perform it are the most highly rewarded. The ability to concentrate without distraction is therefore what separates high achievers, the people who shape the world, from the average knowledge worker who simply pushes information around. If you want a competitive advantage that cannot be outsourced, automate the shallow and master the deep. Lesson 2. Deep work is rare. If deep work is so valuable, why don't more people do it? The answer lies in the principle of least resistance. We are naturally drawn to what is easiest in the moment. In the modern office and digital environment, the path of least resistance is usually distraction. Studies show that the average knowledge worker is interrupted every few minutes, often by their own checking habit, and it takes nearly half an hour for the human brain to fully regain a state of focused concentration after a significant interruption. This means most people spend their entire workday operating in a fractured, low-efficiency state. The culture of connectivity, the expectation of instant email replies, the always-on chat channels, has institutionalized shallow work, making distraction the default operating mode for most organizations. This widespread cultural shift means people who can consistently and successfully deploy blocks of deep work have a monopoly advantage. When everyone else is stuck in a cycle of interruption and context switching, the person who can focus stands out dramatically in their career, their business output, and their ability to acquire difficult skills. The rarity of deep work is precisely what makes it so valuable. Lesson 3. Deep work is meaningful. Beyond cold, hard productivity, deep work addresses a fundamental human need, the need for mastery and meaning. Shallow tasks may keep you busy, and that temporary feeling of being busy can give you a false sense of productivity, but they rarely give you the sustained satisfaction of craftsmanship. Deep work, on the other hand, forces you to fully engage with your mind, learn faster, and build skills that truly matter. Newport draws heavily on the psychology of flow, a concept pioneered by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Flow is that optimal state of consciousness where you are completely absorbed in an activity. Time seems to disappear, self-consciousness vanishes, and your performance reaches its peak. This state is nearly impossible to enter while multitasking or checking your phone. By engaging in deep work, you are actively creating the conditions for flow. When you spend your working hours in this state, your professional life is not only more productive, but is also richer, more meaningful, and more satisfying. You're not just ticking boxes, you're building something of lasting value, both in the world and within yourself. If you want to keep sharpening your mindset and productivity skills, make sure to hit subscribe. Every week we break down life-changing books like this one to help you build the career and life you deserve. Lesson 4. Work deeply. The 4 philosophies. Newport offers practical rules for how to actually incorporate deep work into your life. The core principle here is to move from passive intention to proactive scheduling. You don't wait for focus to find you, you force focus into your schedule. He outlines 4 major philosophies for implementing deep work. The monastic philosophy. This is the most radical approach, involving eliminating or drastically reducing shallow obligations to maximize deep work time. Think of a writer retreating to a secluded cabin to finish a novel. For most of us, this isn't practical, but the mindset of ruthless optimization is key. The bimodal philosophy. Dedicating clearly defined, extended blocks of time to deep work while leaving the rest of your week open for shallow work. For example, spending every Monday and Friday in deep work and the middle 3 days in meetings and emails. The rhythmic philosophy. Creating a simple daily habit. This involves committing to a specific time, say 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. every single day for deep work. This turns focus into an unbreakable routine, leveraging the power of habit stacking. The journalistic philosophy. This is the most flexible approach where you slot in deep work whenever you find a gap in your schedule. While useful for busy, unpredictable jobs, it requires the highest level of mental discipline to instantly transition into focus. The crucial strategy, regardless of philosophy, is creating a ritual. This means deciding where you'll work, how long you'll work, how you'll start, for example, the first 10 minutes reviewing your goals, and how you'll recharge. This predictable routine signals to your brain that it's time to transition into the high-effort mode of deep work. You're essentially eliminating the decision-making process, freeing up cognitive energy for the work itself. Lesson 5. Embrace boredom. Train your attention. This is one of the most counterintuitive yet vital lessons of the book. Our problem isn't just the distractions we face when we're working, it's the distractions we seek when we're not working. Our brains are now addicted to constant, novel stimulation. When we're bored, waiting in line, standing at the bus stop, walking to the break room, we instantly reach for our phones to kill that moment of quiet. But Newport argues that if you want to train your brain for focus, you must also train it to handle boredom. Every time you habitually reach for your phone during a brief moment of downtime, you are reinforcing the idea that distraction is the solution to every cognitive challenge. You are degrading your brain's ability to resist stimuli. To reverse this, Newport suggests practicing productive meditation. This means intentionally taking moments of boredom, like a walk, a shower, or waiting for food to cook, and use that time to mentally work through a challenging professional problem without allowing distraction. You are intentionally sitting with the discomfort of boredom to build the mental stamina needed to sustain long periods of focus during deep work sessions. You are strengthening your ability to resist the urge to context switch even when your task is difficult. Lesson 6. Quit social media and drain the shallows. This final principle is about creating space for the deep work by ruthlessly cutting out distractions that add little value. Social media, in particular, is singled out. It may keep you entertained, but Newport posits that its utility is vastly exaggerated. Its design is based on the economics of attention, not the economics of utility. It often consumes far more attention and time than it gives back in professional or personal value. Newport suggests evaluating all your tools, including social media, excessive meetings, and even specific software, with a simple filter. Does this tool bring significant, measurable value to your core professional and personal goals? If the answer is ambiguous, eliminate or drastically limit it for a defined period. At the same time, you must also consciously drain the shallow work. Use strategies to reduce unnecessary overhead, like scheduling when you process email rather than constantly reacting to it. Making it harder for people to contact you instantly, forcing them to condense their communication. Quantifying the time you spend on shallow tasks and setting a strict budget for them. By dedicating less time to tasks that don't truly matter, you free up the mental and physical bandwidth required for the intense concentration of deep work. It's a zero-sum game. Every minute spent on the shallow is a minute stolen from the deep. So let's recap the 6 life-changing principles from deep work. Deep work is valuable because it creates rare, elite output. Deep work is rare because our culture promotes constant distraction. Deep work is meaningful because it allows for flow and mastery. Work deeply by creating fixed rituals and scheduling focus. Embrace boredom to strengthen your brain's attention muscle. Quit social media and drain the shallows to eliminate low-value time sinks. In today's world, focus is your competitive advantage. Master the art of deep work, and you'll be amazed at how much more you can achieve in both your career and personal life. Now for that simple, actionable strategy you can start tonight to train your brain. The evening shutdown ritual. Before you finish your workday or evening activities, perform a quick, deliberate shutdown ritual. Take a few minutes to quickly review your to-do list for tomorrow. Write down a specific plan for the first deep work task you'll tackle, and then say a conscious phrase like, "Shutdown complete." This ritual signals to your subconscious mind that the day is over, all pending loops are closed, and it's time to rest and recharge. By doing this, you prevent distracting work thoughts from invading your evening, which is vital for maximizing your cognitive energy for tomorrow's deep work session. If this video gave you a new perspective on productivity, hit like, comment below which principle resonated most, and share this with a friend who struggles with distraction. And don't forget to subscribe to MindShift Book Summaries for more powerful weekly insights. Thanks for watching, and remember, shallow work is everywhere, but deep work is rare and valuable. Train yourself to do the work that matters. See you next time.